And welcome back. Changed the stream settings a little bit between parts, so hopefully we get no more skipped frames due to encoding lag. Hopefully. So we're waiting for these electric engines to make. Which awkwardly right now involves a lot of hand feeding. Yeah, it's going to involve a lot of hand feeding. Which isn't super nice. Well, I can probably make this work with a little bit less hand feeding if I do this. Yeah, okay, that should be enough. And then the next, well, I suppose the next thing, once we get the landing pad set up, is I'm going to have to set up solid fuel production. Because, needless to say, to launch rockets, we need rocket fuel. So we got solid fuel, just need to set up a way to transform that into rocket fuel. Which is one of the things I actually need the water farm for. That's one of the reasons I want to get a bunch of water in orbit to be dropped to the planet. And I suppose for that I need to get what do I need for the solid fuel again? I mean assembler wise. So there's rocket fuel, light oil in an assembly machine. Okay, the assembly machine's not too hard. But to get to light oil, we're going to need to crack some heavy. Which melting is in one of those as well. Okay, so you are the rocket fuel. You're my heavy to light cracker. You're the water. Need one offshore. I'm gonna have to make a few more pipes, but that'll be fine. Okay, so we got the heavy coming in, so we just need to source the water. So requester chest is going to be the quickest way to do that. We need some more iron plate. You want ice. sequester, and a passive. You're going to want solid fuel. I can speed you up by just throwing a bunch of solid fuel in. And then we'll limit you to like 1 out. Need to grab a little bit of iron to make the item. Oh, and you will need to be a passive fighter, otherwise this is not going to work. Music's being a little how to put it? The music's being a little bit aggressive right now. We're backed up on something. Gears. We're backed up in gears. Or are we backed up? No, we're not backed up in gears. Backed up in solid fuel. Okay. So this was really desperate for more power, and thought the ice would handle it. We could turn fuel into... We need more engine than that. Could turn the fuel into power by melting water and then using that in the boiler. You're looking for concrete. Okay, we can do that. You know what, we probably want this to be proper merging section. Some more accumulators, now I'm thinking about it. Okay, we got that chest filled, or picked up. 78. Hmm. What would I want brought over if I was to have something brought over? I know what I want to make in orbit. So I'm going to go ahead and make the landing pad if I wanted. What I'll do, I'll just make the landing pad right now. You know what I would ship back as well, but that actually requires launch capacity. And so I can drop a landing pad. So stuff can land. Okay, so what would I have the pulp fizzle bring over to accelerate us? That is a good question. Because we got a bottleneck right now that is making these engines, but once we've got the rocket silo, that really isn't going to be the bottleneck anymore. Because the actual rocket parts, if we go look at Novice, except for the rocket fuel, we get straight from the scrap. Where's the launch facility? There's the launch facility. Wait, we get that from scrap, we get that from scrap. We're now making that. We're not making a lot of that, but we are making some of that. And honestly, what we're shipping from here is going to be the minority of stuff, I think. And what do we need for this? This is the other production chain we're going to make. I think we just needed the one more, right? Yeah, this is the supercapacitor, so we need to make the superconductor. And everything else will be real cheap. Though that'll probably be a pretty slow production line, is my immediate guess. So as I can have shipped in a couple of cargo loads of electric miners. Yeah, let's have the boss fizzle pick up 2 loads of electric miners. So I was gonna have to bring over solar panels as well. That would help buffer the daytime power, so we don't need as many accumulators. Yeah, let's do that as well. We can bring up a load of solar panels. And we'll bring up a load of accumulators as well. Okay, so we'll wait until that loads up, and then we'll have that fly out over here. And that won't be super fast, because it is fighting this for launch capacity on Novice. So we got one on Novice prepping to launch. And it's requesting the solar panels first. It's only about a quarter loaded. The other thing I need is a bunch more power poles, which sadly right now is scrapping gears to turn it into iron so I can make sticks. But this might actually benefit being close to where we already have our existing light cracking. Existing light and heavy cracking. And I can get a little bit creative with the undergrounds here, and we can probably make this work real well. I say creative, and I'm being very, very boring, but that'll work. And it is vaguely passable. I'm just gonna move that. Disassemble everything there and put it someplace else. This is why you have construction robots sometimes. So you can go like, you know, I don't really like where that is. Can you put it someplace else? Okay, so we got heavy. Once that's set up, we'll have light, stone, This is all sorts of spaghetti. But you know, it doesn't really need to be anything but spaghetti to be functional, so spaghetti it will be. And you want stone. So we do a requester chest for stone. I think a bunch of passives, because I'm probably going to need it for the requester chest to work. You want that metal, and you want that metal. One of you annoyingly wants green, one of you annoyingly wants copper. Oof. So yeah, this has to some degree be spaghetti, simply because I'm not going to make everything... well, not going to automate making everything... automate making everything this is going to want on the entire planet. We're not making copper. And I'm not making green circuits, those are going to have to be hand-fed one way or the other. Okay. So that one's now running. And one of the nice things about these buildings is that these buildings have an innate 50% productivity bonus. So for every 2 sets of the recipe, they basically make a third of the third output for free. I mean, this is the one we want for the science, I believe. At least for the initial tech to make the science work. This probably does want to be a passive provider chest. Okay, selenium coming by belt, green circuits, batteries. Green circuits, which yes, we don't make, but... Well, we don't make yet. I got 2 scrappers that I could set up to do scrapping. We're really desperate. Automate it. What was I looking for? Not holding plate. We got green circuits. The other one was, I'm forgetting the middle of the choice. Batteries. Looking for the batteries. Then plastic and copper. Plastic and copper. And yeah, I suppose I could just build 2 more scrappers and do a crude automation that way. Which I might just do, just to have this vaguely automated. 100, what's stopping you? Engines are stopping you. You're being stopped by pipes. Which is being stopped by iron, so we grab iron, we throw iron in the thing. Recognize that's not going to be enough, so throw more gear wheels in the scrapper. And as I'm doing this, I'm recognizing I need green circuits to make the whole thing work. Okay, then we set your limit to like 1 stack, and we set your limit to like 1 stack. And then I get some inserters, which are more iron plate. So we need a long inserter, and we'll do a fast inserter. Fast inserter there. Long inserter there. And that'll passively provide what we need to get them running. Is it optimal? No. Is it functional? Yeah. Sometimes functional is all you need. You're waiting on green circuits and superconductors, which is fine, because this is superconductors are waiting on plastic. Should be in the network. Should be in the network, he says, and he's not seeing it in the network. Wasn't plastic an output of scrapping? No. What did I assume was an output of scrapping? Because an output of a thing you can scrap. Okay. Okay, you're occasionally making green. Anyway, that's gonna possibly work. There we go, that's plastic. If the logistics robots are a little too aggressive, that's going to jam something up. But in the meantime, that's working. Okay, let's check in on the Bob Fizzle. The Bob Fizzy. You picked up your stuff. Now you're still waiting on the second load of mining drills. And you're still waiting on the second load of mining drills. But apparently you think you can get them. And you presumably can get them because they're coming. They just haven't arrived yet. Okay. And the Metro Qualia is waiting on the current launch. Okay, so once those arrive, we can send this over to do the drop-off. We'll get more miners, which will probably be all the miners we need. We'll get some solar panels, which may or may not be useful. The power on the planet isn't super great. And we'll get some more accumulators getting shipped in. Now that we're apparently having power problems, well, every odd night, maybe we're not going through the accumulator a little bit too quickly. Oh, we are to some degree backed up on stuff, and that's reducing our power consumption. Backed up in gears. We'll clear all the gears. That's probably not going to be enough to fix everything for forever, but it's enough for a little bit. Oh, and we just completed our first first supercapacitor because we completed electromagnetic science pack. So this is the new science pack: supercapacitors, accumulators, electrolyte, and polonium solution. So that's going to be fun to. Well, that'll be fun if I don't do more with the spaghetti. Try to de-spaghetti the spaghetti. Which shouldn't be too hard to do, actually. But that's pretty much what we came here to make. When we came here to make that, we came here to make scrappers. I'm not actually sure what tech we're going to use that for. What, that's this new one? Yeah, electromagnetic science packs is used in scrapping recycling productivity and processing unit productivity. Lightning collector. So what, that's a wider area one? Yeah, looks like it. Takes a large area. Personal Roboport. We're going to need it to go to Aquilo to build mecha armor. Oh, and quality module 3. So at some point we'll need it for quality module 3. So we are going to want to automate making that. We're maybe not in a rush to automate making that right now. But yeah, we came here. We primarily came here for the scrapper. So I might make a bunch of scrappers and then peace out back to Novice for a while, so we can play around with the scrapper. Getting some quality parts in space would be nice. Quality would be nice in general, but that's getting full quality everything's gonna be a very tedious and time-consuming thing. You're waiting on Halonium plates. Halonium plates are waiting on you, which is waiting on you, which is waiting on the Halonium ore, which is really something that I should contribute more to the spaghetti by moving around. Yes. You're backed up on copper wire, so I can solve that by grabbing the copper wire, throwing it over here. Okay, so at this point, the Bob Fizzy should be good. Yeah. Don't delete the space station. I want you to delete the stop. Oop, I have it on already, so it's on its way back. Or on its way out. So it's traveling. Engine's going. This time it's got enough ammo that it should hopefully not be panicking on running enough frontal ammo as it runs into stuff. comes the first couple pieces of dangerous stuff to collide with. Yep. Yeah, the firepower is working. The turrets are reloading, so everything looks to be fine. May take a little bit of time for new rounds to get on the belt, because the sushi belt's got to make the whole round from the void to put another one on the belt, but... Yep, that should make it to Fulgora for us. And then we have the landing facility, so we can just get it to drop the stuff. Now comes our engines. 45 more engines to go before we can set up the launch facility. And once we have the launch facility set up, we'll be able to launch ourselves for the return trip. What do I need? Don't need this stone, don't need this ice, don't need the iron. I'll pick the scrap up from it, so we can put the scrap in a scrapper. And yeah, at some point I'm going to have to clear out my inventory for the launch. Speed deliveries by throwing some of the stuff over here preemptively. I've got some iron plate in the network, so I could have automated the iron plate delivery because I set something up over here for catching some. So if anything, that means I should have that as a requester chest. Requesting a stack so that I don't need to deliver those as much. We need a little bit of steel for that. Oh, we ran out of power in the middle of the day. Okay, another thing we should make, why I think about it, is we should continue to expand the lightning grid, I suppose, so we get a little bit more power. During the night. Okay. I'm not likely to necessarily use the bomb this crater, which is why I'm kind of just plastering it all with accumulators. What I'm looking for is this. We've covered the entire island. Now we can get a little bit more power if we just slap one down there. And slap one down there. Okay, we're now moving on elevator rail, which elevator rail is what we need to put the railroad tracks through the shallow bits of this planet. So if we did want to get more mining going on this planet, not necessarily much of a rush to do that, but if we want to get more mining going, that's how we do that. And the whole base is shut down to lack of power. Nighttime rolls around again. Has the Bob Fizzy arrived? It doesn't appear to be moving, so yes. Okay, and then I brought you here so we could drop. How do I get you to drop stuff? Okay, that got dropped. That got dropped. Drop and drop. We could even drop some furnaces. Yeah, drop your furnaces. We can use the assembly machines. Assembly machines wouldn't be bad. Drop the chemical plants. If it needs these, I can pick these up when it gets back to, back to Novice. Solar power. This should help a little bit more with not having brownouts. It's not exactly a perfect solution because these aren't very efficient here. But inefficient, but always working when the electrical thunder is not as useful in its own right. When looking at the time, I should probably put a part break in. So I'm going to finish setting up the equipment that just arrived, and then I'll put the part break in. So I have a bunch of power. Don't think it's actually doing anything right this moment, because apparently we're in the middle of nighttime. Well, it probably is providing a little bit right now, but not a lot. Yeah, you can see the green, the poor green of our solar panels. They're doing their best. The average over how long they've been up is not very much. Yeah, we can upgrade to the better assembling machine. Be a little bit more power consuming, but it will also be a little bit more energy efficient per operation. Okay, I think that's where we're gonna stop for the part. And with that, wish you all good luck and good time till the next part. If you're watching YouTube, that part will be up tomorrow. If you're watching on Twitch, feel free to hang around. I'm going to take a short break, but I'm going to basically pick up from where we left off, trying to get this space launch capacity going. In the next one, I'll go around and grab the remaining bits as we start the next episode. So until then, wish you all good luck, and bye for now.